Like life and death, moon and sun, it's sure to each the piper comes. And while God and Goddess give for free, down below there will be fees. Despite perfect love and perfect trust, there's no way around it. Cash is a must. We've sought within, but come up short. So we come to thee, your help to court. If you would aid this temple's life, a $3 donation would be nice. Remember well that gifts when sent return threefold of what was spent. But if you can't, well, blessed be. We shall survive, so mote it be.
Merry meet and welcome to week 31 of Wicca, a year and a day in magic. I'm Letty Nefties, and this week we'll be learning about prosperity magic and what factors and different ingredients such as herbs, stones, and even colors and the days of the week you need to perform your prosperity magic on. Now this is meant to be a great and quick resource to put in either in your Book of Shadows or to record and put on your digital Book of Shadows for a quick and easy reference to prosperity magic ingredients. First, I'm going to talk about what kind of colors to use in conjunction with prosperity magic. Now, traditionally, colors used in prosperity magic are green or gold. Now, for those of you living in the United States, you associate green with money because green's in the dollar. But if you live outside the United States, in your dollars, your pounds, your euros, or whatever, your paper form of currency might be a completely different color, and you may not associate the color green with prosperity, which is okay. If your currency is a different color and you associate that color or any other color with prosperity, with money, use that color in your magic. Also, gold is always the standard in prosperity magic. Now, when should you do your prosperity magic? Now, any time is preferable because when you need money, obviously. But there are preferred days to do prosperity magic, such as Sunday for success, Wednesday for general money and prosperity magic, and Saturday for business magic. Now there's even a month that's preferable for doing prosperity magic, and that is October. But obviously if you need money this month, then you're not going to wait until October to do your money magic spell. That's kind of ridiculous, but if you're looking to make a long-term success goal, you may want to do a prosperity magic spell for success on a Sunday in October. But another aspect of doing prosperity magic is to notice what moon phase it is. Now, it's preferable if you want money to come towards you to do your prosperity magic during the waxing of the moon, that is in between the new moon and the full moon. But, say if you have a problem spending too much money or you have a lot of debt and you want to do a banishing spell, you would do a banishing spell during the waning moon, that is in between the full moon and the new moon, most preferably a couple of days after the full moon. The full moon period kind of lasts 6 to 7 days, about 3 days before the full moon and 3 days after. Now let's get on to the herbs that you would be using in your prosperity magic spells. Herbs such as cinnamon, almond, vervain, clove, nutmeg, and goldenrod are used, and there are many more. Now, stones or crystals that you can use in prosperity magic are, as I've stated before in this course, tiger's eye, jade, bloodstone, topaz, opal, aventurine, and citrine. Now, how would you go about practicing prosperity magic? Well, simply, you would take the ingredients that I mentioned before, such as the herbs, and make them into an incense for attracting money, or you could use them in a satchel and combine them with the stones I've also mentioned to make a money-attracting satchel for yourself that you'll carry around on your person, or you could simply use the crystals that I mentioned and charge them, and of course charge them if you're going to use them in your satchel. charge them and put them in your pocket or wear them as jewelry to attract prosperity. And even you could, in some senses, if you own a small business, you could put these different stones in your cash box or cash register at your small business. Now, malachite, which I forgot to mention, is also used for this purpose. You could put it in your cash register at your small business, or if you run a small outfit where you go to different fairs or events and you sell your merchandise there, you could have it on your person there as well, and that's great for attracting prosperity to you. Now I'm going to talk about the different ethics of doing prosperity magic. Now, as I spoke before in weeks before, and you've probably heard this, at least not from me, but somebody else, if you do prosperity magic, make sure to do it for yourself. Don't do it for anybody else, because it's your will and your intent, and you know how much you need the money, or you need prosperity, or your small business needs customers. The other person that's doing the magic for you, they don't know the urgency of your situation, and your urgency is part of your will. It drives your will, and magic is the science and art of causing change to occur in conformity with your will. So, you definitely want to do your own prosperity magic. Now also, make sure that your prosperity magic does not harm anybody else. Follow the Wiccan read, because you can harm other people when doing prosperity magic very easily if you don't word things right, or if you let doubt enter your mind. The terrible thought of doing a prosperity magic spell and then somebody close to you unfortunately dies and you're in their will and that's how you get the money. That's absolutely terrible. So in my prosperity magic spells, I always include the line, harming none in its way, money, money, come to me. I always include that line just to make sure nobody gets harmed by the money that's coming towards me. In the spell, I always make sure to add that, because that would just taint the money and taint your karma, and it'd be absolutely just terrible. I can't elaborate any more on that, but I want to, but you obviously get the point. Now that you have a good grounding and understanding of prosperity magic, your activity assignment for this week is to do your own prosperity magic spell if you want to or need to. And next week is banishing and binding magic. Now, there is one component of prosperity magic and binding magic that I mentioned in this video, but forgot to bring up when I was speaking about it. A great binding spell if you have bad debt is to take your credit card where you have the debt on, cut that credit card in half, get a bowl, put the credit card, cut in half of course, in there, and then pour water in the bowl. Then take the bowl with the water and the credit card in it and put it in your freezer. This will freeze your credit, and also it'll stop you from using that credit card, since you'd have to thaw the credit card and obviously order another one if you needed to use that credit card again, but it would stop you from using that credit card easily. It'll take it out of your wallet so you're not able to use it freely. So this is a great example of prosperity magic in conjunction with binding magic. And binding and banishing magic we will be learning all about next week in week 32 of Wicca, A Year and a Day in Magic. I'm Lady Nefties, and until next time, blessed be!